Welcome back to episode 6 of Cafecito Corner. We are excited to be filming today. Had some technical difficulties, but here we are.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but...
Just a couple of them.
Yeah, we had to get our coffee today because I feel like usually our morning routine is like to get coffee in the morning.
Have to.
Especially you. You always have to have your coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I never used to drink it, and I think when we started dating, I got super addicted. But it's cool.
And to sweets. You got addicted to sweets.
Yeah, I mean, I was big into sweet coffee. Like, I was a Frappuccino guy.
Mm-hmm. You were into Frappuccino.
But I also like just like the classic one my mom would make hot with like creamer. Mm-hmm. But I would say now I definitely love dark coffee.
You've been trying to drink black coffee, just like iced black coffee.
But I've liked it.
I don't know how you do that.
It hasn't been bad at all.
Yeah, I tried it the other day, like with no creamer, no sugar, and it's just so bitter. I don't know how you do it. It's probably super healthy, but...
I mean, that's the best way to drink it health-wise, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad. Like, yeah. I mean, it tastes like coffee.
Can you drink the Nespresso that we have at home black?
Not hot. I could do it cold, though. Okay. Hot, I'm kind of getting up there.
Because the Nespresso machine we have at home, I don't know if it's the pods, but that coffee is very, very strong. And I have to water it down with so much milk.
The thing is, the Colombian coffee is like the craziest. And I genuinely, because I've tried it, some of the Nespresso pods really give me that vibe that they're just like that strong. And like, I don't know. Hopefully one day I can get to drinking that much, like, or that dark of a coffee, but... Yeah. I'm not there yet.
And sometimes when we're at my parents' house, they'll like offer us coffee too, and they have like the Nespresso machine. Yeah. And their pods that they have are very, very strong.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes your parents are late coffee drinkers, and sometimes I'll have a cup. It used to keep me up because like I'll be like, okay, fine, I'll have one. Mm-hmm. Because I do love it that much, but now it doesn't keep me up. Like I could pass out.
Yeah, you guys are like, do you guys want cafecito like at 11 at night? And I'm like, how are you guys drinking
Not only that, but the Nespresso. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it used to, like, affect me. Couldn't sleep.
Because you'd have a really big cup of coffee late at night.
Late at night,
and
yeah.
Ask yourself why you couldn't sleep.
Yeah, but I got used to it, and then just how it used to keep me up, it used to help me, like, kind of wake up. And I feel like that's why I got into the habit of drinking it. Now... I mean, I feel like I just have to drink it. I was actually reading a book, the Atomic Habits book, and then it's like, there's people that like develop a habit of drinking coffee because, like, they automatically tie the sensation they used to get of like, it picked me up, or like it picked me up, but now it doesn't even do that to me. Like I'll have a cold brew and it was just the pleasure of drinking it.
It doesn't even affect you. I feel like
no.
We just drink coffee for the taste of it now, which is crazy because. When I was younger, like, I would have a sip of my parents' coffee and be like, this is disgusting. Yeah. How do you guys drink this?
I definitely want to, like, give up caffeine for a little bit, though, just to kind of
You try to cut off, like, energy drinks?
I did pretty good with that. I haven't had one in, like, weeks.
Yeah.
Like, usually, like especially when I was in college, I'd be having 2 or 3 a week. Then it got to the point that I was like having one every other day.
And then you were having a competition with somebody because this other person would drink energy drinks like 3 a day.
It was one of our workers. Yeah, I would always hear her drinking. And I was like, that's so bad for me. She's like, well, what can you say?
Who
like,
ended up winning?
We both kind of just decided that it was like, okay, well, it's dumb to keep going until someone drops. Because we did go out for a while. I think it lasted over almost 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And we're like, it's just dumb. Like now...
Yeah.
Like, how about we both just come to an agreement that we're over this phase of our life?
No, you guys were both like, dude, let's just get back into them.
No, I mean, it wasn't even that. I feel like we should have put a timeline. Like, if in 2 months someone doesn't crack, like, that's really how it should have been. We'll both be fine type thing.
It just kept going on way too long.
It just, like, it's like, why are we still going on with this? Like,
Yeah.
It's sometimes I just wanted to try, like, the Rebels at Dutch or something. Like, they look good. But I respect the bet. Like, I mean, we both agreed we weren't going to drink it. So
So nobody won, nobody lost.
Nobody lost. But if we would have lost, we had to sit outside and the costume that another one was gonna pick, and like just say like come.
Oh my god.
A raspado sign and hold it.
Yeah, we have a couple costumes. We have a strawberry grape. Yeah. That would have been funny.
I probably would have put her in a Minions one. I thought that would be hilarious, but
we would get so.
I'm pretty sure I told her.
Yeah, we would get so many customers coming in from that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been our morning routine. Is just getting coffee, and even though we have a coffee machine at home, we still like to go to Starbucks and.
Yeah, they have all my money.
There's a Keurig iced coffee that I'm kind of like eyeing.
You showed me that one at Target.
I feel like that's cool because I think it comes out cold.
But you like iced coffee.
I always drink
I try to drink my coffee hot, but with this heat, I've been drinking it cold. But I don't know.
You know what my mom does? She gets her coffee and she has to get it hot, her hot mocha all the time, but she has to drink it in the car with the AC blasting on her face so she feels like she's in the winter. And that's the only way she can drink her hot coffee because she can't do cold. Well,
that's like your parents' employee Lalo. Like, he always, no matter, like, there's been times that I know for a fact, like, we'll be in the heat moving something and it's like 113. There's times it's been like 118 and like, I'll be like, oh, you want a coffee? I always offer him coffee. He's like, yeah, we'll go. And then he gets his his venti Americano with extra hot, like, and then steamed cream. So, like, he wants the cream that's hot. And then he asked for it to be, like, extra hot in the water.
Yeah.
And, like, he's drinking. And then he tells me, he's like, it just cools me down. I'm like, what?
How? I don't understand. That even work?
I wish I could tell you, but...
That's crazy.
Yeah, so... Poor guy.
Oh, my God.
But,
well,
yeah.
I think we should get into our peak and pits of the week.
Peak and pits. Let's go. You start.
My peak of the week was getting a new laptop.
For your podcasting.
Yeah, for podcasting and work, because I use my computer a lot for work and real estate, but a lot of it too for the podcast now that we're editing more on it and we're just putting so many big files on this. My little computer was not being able to keep up. Like, our goal was to post the episodes on Sunday, but seriously, from how long it takes like the video to export on my computer, I would have to be posting it on Mondays. Like, yeah, it took all day. So the past few weeks,
you just needed a pro. I think it's just
and Edward is amazing at selling me on what new technology I need.
But it was faster, wasn't it?
Yes, it was faster. But I'm the type of person that's like, let's run this to the ground till the wheels fall off type of person. And Edward is the type to be like, the new one came out, we just need it. And we're like the complete opposite.
The thing is, like, I don't know. There's two things that to me you have to splurge on, and that's things you use every day. Like your phone, like I get it. Like, I'm not saying upgrade it every year or anything. Yeah. But at least keep it up to date. You're on it how much? Like,
yeah, I'm on it every day for work.
Exactly. And it's like, same thing. Like, your computer you use all the time. It's like, why are you going to be struggling with something that we use every day? Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But.
Yeah, so we're the complete opposite when it comes to that. But there's a balance. So he finally convinced me to get the new one. But I'm so excited to use it now. And
it's sick. It's cool.
Literally, I would take hours on my Sunday just trying to figure out, like, the podcast and stuff. So now it's going to be a lot faster. But I was in between the desktop and the laptop. But I'm really glad I got the laptop because now I can just take it on the go. And with the desktop, I would have to be forced to do everything when I'm at home. And I'm not at home a lot, so kind of glad it worked out that way. But it's crazy how much, like, the people at the Apple store try to sell you. Yeah. And it jumps up quick, let me tell you.
Yeah, I think we were talking about, like, I remember when I even started college, like, my dad's like, oh, just get any computer you want. And I like, felt kind of guilty. I'm like, oh, my God, like, MacBook Pros are $1,300 now.
And how much are they now?
The base is $2,000. So they're just, they're pricey. Yeah. But, I mean, they do everything now. Like,
I know, but I think it's kind of crazy how much technology has gotten.
I mean,
the new phones are now what, $1,500?
Yeah, I remember they were like $700. Yeah, you know, even when they released like the Plus, $750 were like crap. Now they're like $1,200
for a phone. That's crazy.
I mean, that's Apple though. Samsung has like a $2,000 or it might even be $3,000 phone, the one that flips open. And look at Apple's headset. Everybody's freaking out. Oh my God, it's $3,500.
Yeah.
But the Microsoft has been $3,000, and the Apple one's a little nicer.
What are the VR set that Apple come up with? I think I saw a video when they were releasing that, and they like did the whole spiel on it, selling the crowd. And
the crowd was excited, and then they hear the price.
At the very end, they put the price, and it was what, $3,500?
Yeah.
And you hear the entire crowd going, whoa.
They go, ooh.
Oh, yeah. They went, ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
but
they were in shock. And
I mean,
technology just keeps going up.
Yeah, I mean, but people got to understand, like, it's a home product, but, like, the people that are really going to adapt it are companies, like, for their meetings. And it, in a way, replaces a computer. Most companies already drop a couple $1,000s on the employees' computers, all for them to use Zoom. Mm-hmm. And now they'll actually be in, like, the same room. I think that's cool, but I personally don't have an excuse to buy it. Maybe if I had a big company. And
I got you a VR set for Christmas one time, and
the Oculus. Yeah, but you can't compare that to what Apple's doing.
No, it's so different, but I think we used it once. We did like the New York skyscraper where you're like...
Yeah, walking on a
plank, and...
You couldn't do it.
No, that was so realistic, so I could only imagine Apple's.
Yeah.
Like, that's so scary, but...
Yeah, I'm just excited for them to start making apps for that and stuff. Like, it'll be cool to see what we shape into now. We're kind of becoming the WALL-E people from that WALL-E movie.
It's going to get scary. Technology's going to take over, and I mean, next thing you know, I'm not going to communicate with you. I'm just going to send you, like, messages through the VR. Yeah.
You're going to be like, put on your headset now. I want to see where you're at.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, that was definitely my peak of the week is a new laptop.
Oh, but you know what I've always thought is sick, and I'm pretty sure a company is doing it, and we had thought about this a long time ago, especially moving into the VR thing. Just picture to how cool it would be for a company to like go, what event do you think like everybody watches Super Bowl? Yeah. They get a good seat, and they put a 360 camera that just makes you feel like you're at that event without actually being there. Like, you go 360 and you're actually next to people, you're seeing it live play, like it would be, you could kind of sell an experience with these things
that would be huge.
That like, people are not going to spend $2,000, but they might pay $100 to watch it like that. Mm-hmm. You could sell things like that. I've always thought that would be super cool to do.
Did you just come up with that, or you've
I've thought about it for a long time, like a long time ago, but I mean, but I know there's a company that's doing something like that just for sports games, I think. But I always thought like the day they sell you a point of view ticket to a Super Bowl, to the World Cup, to even the Olympics or something everybody watching. Yeah, like...
Or a concert, like...
Yeah, even a concert, like, I mean, if you genuinely want to, like, experience something like that. Yeah, you don't do Coachella but you might want to see Bad Bunny.
That I would pay a lot of money to be able to experience Coachella, but not have to be at Coachella.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'd pay a lot of money for that.
That's what I'm saying, like... The Coachella tickets are already, what, like $600-800? So yeah. You wouldn't pay $100 to do it that way? Yeah, you would.
I'd pay up to $500 just to do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that VR thing's pretty cool. Like, you can tap into so many things that you don't have to be present somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that would be huge. And if they could incorporate, like, out of the headset, like, the smells to come out. Like, if you're at a stadium, like, smelling the popcorn, like, smelling the people.
Yeah. You don't want to smell the people. What if someone rips one right next to you? Yeah.
Hey, that would be top tier experience. That's a package. You want the smell package? We got that for you.
You get the good smells of bad smell package?
No, but I mean, that would make it completely real. Like, the smells and everything. And like, that's crazy.
But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. Well, you were going into what? Your pit?
Huh? I don't even know anymore.
I think you're about to start that when I cut you off.
Yeah, so that was my peak, was my new laptop, and I think I want to spend time like learning about it and like kind of reading about it, and because there's so much like stuff that I don't know how to use it to its full potential. So I might spend.
You should start gaming on it.
I might spend some time this week kind of figuring out all the functions, because I literally do the basics, like copy, paste, open a browser. That's it. But my pit of the week was I cleaned the house this week because I was just like, you know what? I have time and it needed it. So I took advantage that I had some time in the morning and also washed the dogs because they were definitely stinky. And when the dogs are stinky, Edward gets so mad because they get like some BO body odor, especially Snoopy.
He smells like a fat kid.
Yeah, Snoopy just gets some BO. So, and if he walks by Edward freaks out.
It's not even that. You put him on top of the couch, so he walks over to me. So I'm like, he's just thinking of our couch.
Well, I'm good about it. I put a blanket on top of the couch, and he's only allowed on that blanket because our couch is white.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He still smells like it's gonna penetrate the blanket, then the couch.
So Edward's crazy about that. So I had to shower them. But yeah, they were doing fine. And actually, I'm kind of glad I showered them because they were sleeping like in our room last night because of the fireworks. Yeah. And if they were in the rooms, the whole room would have stanked up like Snoopy's BO. Snoopy smells like that little fat kid that has like sticky fingers, like
he just left IHOP. Yeah,
syrup fingers. That's my biggest like I don't know, like I freak out when little kids have sticky fingers. I'm like,
and they hold your hand and they'll go like this, and they can't even separate their friends. They go.
I just I'm always gonna be that crazy mom that carries
with the baby wipe, just like always clean.
And then like the mom that like is always like rubbing their faces, and they're always like with. I hated when my mom did that, but
now you understand.
Yeah, because I hate like smelling that stuff or like feeling it, or when the babies like hand you food.
Yeah.
I'm a hell no, I ain't eating that.
Yeah.
I'm all thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sad.
And they're waiting for you to eat it. They're like,
I'm all that, and their fingers are all black.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not eating that. Thank you, though.
Where'd you find this? The ground. I went to a bite in.
You're like, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's going to be a whole nother thing, but... Yeah, so that was my pit, is clean the house. It's never fun. But you know what? I made it fun because I threw on my headphones, and I put on a podcast. It wasn't ours, surprisingly.
Yeah. I don't like to listen to our podcast.
No, I've already
hate listening to my own voice.
Yeah, I've already said I listened to it so many times since I'm editing it that once it's posted and I know everything's correct,
you forget about it?
I don't go back to it, yeah. So, put on a podcast and clean the house away, but this new house that we have, it's a lot bigger in like square footage, so I get so tired. But it was nice, kind of reset. The best feeling, you probably don't understand this, but the best feeling, all my girls out there, is cleaning the house and lighting up a candle after and just watching some Netflix.
I did not think you were going to say a candle.
What did you think I was going to say?
I don't know, cigarette? I'm like, lighting up a what? Like, you smoke now?
Imagine you get home, I'm all with the cigarettes. It's been a long day, honey.
You're like 3 deep into the pack. I'm like, is that Snoopy?
I'm on the front porch and everything. Yeah. That's hilarious.
At 120 outside.
God. We have not used our patio furniture at all. And we thought we were because now we have
We did in the winter.
Once. We were like, we're going to drink our coffee outside. Never. But, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Now that we have a bigger patio, like, we have not used it once at all.
Nah.
But
actually need to move those chairs that we have in the back. I feel like if we organized it a little better, we would. But
yeah, I think it'd be so cool to get a hammock.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be a little dangerous.
Gives me Mexico vibes.
That gives me so Mexico vibes, but yeah. So that was definitely my pit of the week, was cleaning the house and washing the dogs. And I wanted to wash my shoes because my white shoes are so dirty.
You're not good with white shoes.
No, I'm not. And Rosie just bit up my black Vans. Mm-hmm. So I think that's her 4th pair that she's bit up of mine. She's
done 4 for you, and she did 1 with me. I learned.
But you know what? I knew she was going to do that on your shoes like that morning. And I even thought to myself, oh, maybe I should move them. But I was in such a rush, I forgot.
That day, though, I saw both shoes there. And she had just bitten up yours like a couple weeks ago. maybe days even.
Literally.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna put my nice ones up. So I grabbed my Nikes. I went like this. And I left my Vans down there, so she only chewed up the Vans. But
yeah,
whatever.
when I told you, you were like, "Oh, well, at least it wasn't the Nikes." I'm like, "You're ridiculous."
Yeah, I mean, I was fine.
So why didn't you? If you were already there, why didn't you just put the other pair?
There was no room.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm not gonna walk them all the way back to the room. We were on our way out when I picked them up,
we
so
were
I was
in a
like,
rush out. But what was your peak and pit of the week?
Beacon Pits.
I think you should start with your peak. Switch it up.
Yeah, my peak. Probably I got headphones too. I ended up liking yours so much. I just got a pair.
He wants to be me so bad.
Well, you didn't even want those. I convinced you to get them, but
I wanted the black.
But I wanted the black, so I told you to get blue or green.
This is how you're so evil.
I just don't want us to match. We're gonna look like a circus act, like everybody in uniforms. Like now, like everybody's got their own thing going.
We can only match at Disney. I'm sorry.
No, we don't even match at Disney.
I want to match at Disney so bad, but one time I was like, no, I don't want to. And he from that day, he was like, we're never matching at Disney.
The thing is that's the only place that it's like normal.
Yeah.
Like after that, you're kind of cheesy. Like if I'm always wearing pink and you show up with pink, like right now.
Today, tell me why I did this on purpose. Because I knew you were going to get mad. Well, you're not going to get mad.
I'm not mad, but like...
I was like, let me find a pink shirt.
But imagine if everywhere we went, like, we're both wearing black and black shoes. Like, you know, I respect the couples that have time to do it and stuff. But, like, that's just not me. Like, I'm not cheesy like that.
Are you going to match with your kids in the future?
No, I think that's hideous.
I think that's adorable.
No, like, kids should dress like kids. I'm not going to be wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
I know you have your Crocs in the back waiting.
Yeah.
I know you got your light up shoes waiting.
I hope.
In the closet.
I wish I still had light up shoes with.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, I think that's cheesy. And Disneyland is the only place to do that. And then I was like, oh, like, we should get, like, the Minnie and Mickey shirts. And you're like, no, what the heck? I'm like...
Because, okay, in my regards, what is it called? In my,
What perspective?
In my perspective.
Not regards.
In my perspective, the shirts that you chose were absolutely atrocious ugly.
I hadn't chosen a shirt. I said, can you choose a shirt? You just hated the idea of it. Then when we got there, you're like, oh, now you started feeling bad. You saw all these couples doing it.
All the couples were
And then some of them had hilarious ones.
Yeah, they were cute.
And then there was families like in costumes. Like we saw a whole family dressed up in Toy Story. Like they had the little kid be Mr. Potato. One was like a soldier.
That's
the
cute.
mom was Jessie. The dad was Woody. And they had a ton of kids.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, we should have matched. And then you're shopping there. And I'm like, I'm not... Like, we're halfway into the day. I'm not going to spend $40 on a shirt to wear 3 hours.
And guess what we did?
You bought a shirt.
We bought a shirt.
You bought a shirt.
Oh, I did buy a shirt, yeah.
Yeah, and then you like, get this one. I'm like, this is a woman's shirt.
Yeah, we were trying so hard to match, and none of the shirts were cute or anything.
Yeah, because that's why people order them on Amazon, so they're funny and stuff. That's why I wanted to plan it before. And then you were all butthurt. I killed
your dreams.
I mean, I was fine with it, whatever. And then... Yeah, I think you regretted it after. And then when we went to Disney World, you're like, oh, let's match. I'm like, no. And then we went to Disney World again, and you're like, come on. And that time, I was like, whatever, we'll do it. But...
and we wore, like, cute shirts together. But I've seen the families that wear, like, the Disney in the year. I don't know if I like that. I
don't like that. That's hideous.
So ugly. Like
family reunion 2027. I'm like,
yeah.
We get it.
Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but...
I mean, we have a theme going. It's kind of cool. Like I said, the Toy Story thing, like, I respect the effort. I would never step out there in a full cowboy costume, you know?
Edward, you would, and you know you would.
Maybe if I had, like, the year pass and, like, I could, like, go a bunch of times and leave after an hour. But if I spent $130, I'm not going to be...
Yes, you are.
Drenched. No, I'm not.
You're the type to be all decked out.
No, I mean... No, like, I can't do that. Like... Maybe, and maybe I do care what people think too much, but, like, I do not want to be the center of attention. Like,
Edward,
like I would love to go to Comic-Con, and I told you about that. I'm like,
you want to get tickets so bad.
I'm like, do you want to go to Comic-Con? Like, I've been on this wait list.
Are we going to dress up like furries? Like, I don't know.
No. Like, the furries, I mean, maybe they go to Comic-Con, but, like, that's not what Comic-Con is about.
He's like, let me return our order that I just ordered.
Yeah, so I was like, do you want to go? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, well, why? And you're like, I don't know. And I'm like, That's like one of the biggest events on the planet. Like,
are you serious?
Huge.
I didn't know it was like that crazy.
It's so hard to get tickets every year, and I feel like this year I finally have a chance to do it. But I'm not gonna dress up. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna go see what it's about and never go again.
I think it's just gonna like shock me, like that people go so all out, and I respect
There's people that spend
it.
thousands of dollars on their costume
because it's like sick, right? But I just find it kind of scary because some people don't look like humans, like they look like actual creatures that you see at the movies, and I think I would actually be terrified.
But like, it's once in a lifetime experience.
I think that would be very interesting, but I don't know. You're gonna have to convince me.
So I wanted to do that, and then you're like, "What? Are we gonna dress up?" I'm like, "No, I don't like to be a center of attention. Like, I'm just gonna be a normal guy that enjoys that stuff, and that's okay. Like, I'm just gonna go and be like, oh, that's cool."
What do you do? Do you just walk around?
Yeah, you walk around. Like, all the big toy companies take like stands, and like they release some like lines of toys are gonna release, like for Transformers, like Mandalorian toys, or sorry, Star Wars toys, like just stuff like that. Then there's like big press announcements, like they'll bring up like Disney will show up with like the Avengers, and they'll talk about the biggest movies coming out. You know, Black Panther 3, boom, 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 boom. They list it out, so you get to see all that. But mainly it's walking around, like just enjoying, like.
Where is it, in California or New York?
San Diego.
In New York.
I think there's one I think there is one in New York, but the one that I want to go to, always want to go to, is San Diego.
So maybe we'll have to check it out this year.
I think it would be fun. Yeah, it would be next year, but
we'll have to see. Fun. I'm scared.
Yeah.
We'd probably have to vlog that.
And then, besides that, we went to Elementals. We went into Elementals.
Yeah.
That was cool. I love all Pixar movies. It was all right. I feel like
it was a 5 out of 10. I fell asleep.
You gave it a 7 out of 10.
I don't know.
I mean, I probably put it at a 6 too. Like, it was all right.
I was trying so hard not to fall asleep. I was so bored.
I mean, I get what they were doing. It was kind of cute. I think it kind of talked about racism and like how we're always like, oh, this culture you can't marry this culture like type thing. And it's like, hey, it'll all be okay type thing.
Yeah.
And it explains in a very cute way. But I don't know.
It was like water with fire, and that like they were not allowed together.
Yeah, but I mean, I think like if you step back and look at it, the racism.
I think it's a cute movie for kids. Like, it's definitely for kids. Like, and we were the only adults there. Let me tell you.
No, we weren't. There were so many adults.
There were adults with kids, babe.
No, literally the people behind us were like adults.
Yeah.
Like on a date, so I was like, whatever. Maybe they were Disney adults, but
Disney adults? Is that what we are?
No,
we just like Disney, but we're not Disney adults.
I mean, we don't. I mean, I don't like Disney like that.
Yeah.
You might. I don't know.
I like Disney. I think it's good. You want to go in like a couple weeks, but I think it's going to be way too hot.
It's California. It'll be fine.
It's humid in California.
It's not that humid.
Yeah.
Florida's worse, but.
Yeah, don't even think about going to Florida in July.
No. And then, yeah, I mean, those were probably like my only peaks. My pit probably, everything that was like happening this week, like one of like my closest friends got into like a pretty crazy accident, and I won't go much into detail about it, just out of respect to him and his family, but I feel like that just threw the whole week off. But just another reminder that like life can change at any time, or you might just get a call one day and just be out of nowhere like hit with something. So that kind of threw off the whole week, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
that was one of the craziest things I've heard happen to anybody, and I don't know, just
we have to. I think
we'll take it a day at a time, and I'm gonna go see him out because it didn't even happen in the States, so I'll be out there, so that'll help out. At least I'm able to see him. It'd be probably worse if I couldn't, but
yeah, thankfully you are.
Yeah, but yeah, that threw the whole week off. I think it
showed us like a little bit of like how grateful we have to be and like appreciate every single day. Yeah. And just like kind of realize like how precious life is and be grateful. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like we can get caught up in the like rush of things and or
the negativity of everything, but it could always be worse. And you know, in a way, the way I see it is like he has a second chance of life, you know. So
Yeah, and we're grateful.
that's cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm glad I can at least go see him because it would be probably worse if I couldn't. Not saying like money wise or anything. I'm just saying if, like something had actually happened to him that I couldn't see him. I think that would probably have me a little more distraught. But
yeah, but we're glad he's okay and he's getting better every single day.
Yeah.
So that is super, super good.
Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the week.
Yeah. It's been a up and down roller coaster this week for sure.
Oh my god, yeah. Super crazy stuff.
Yeah, but we're glad we were able to film the podcast because I was like, I think this week just too much has been going on. So we were kind of like, you know what, let's just do something, go to the movies, kind of get our heads to, like distract ourselves a little bit. So we went to the movies. We saw Elementals, and I think we were like in between Elementals and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I really want to see Indiana Jones.
Was it already out, or does it come out next week?
No, it was out. It came out that same day.
Okay.
But
I just feel like I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna have no idea what it's even about. So I was like, you know what, let's just do Elementals. You might
like not know what the cameos are and stuff, but I feel like it'll be a story of its own.
I do love the Disney ride.
Yeah, all the Indiana Jones movies are pretty sick.
Yeah, but maybe we'll watch it next week. So yeah, we've been busy with that, and we actually went to Target to pick up a game, and we saw this one that we've been eyeing. I feel like we've been wanting to get it, and it's basically like a card game, and it's called the Couples Game. So if you guys want to get it, it's at Target. And we're going to be going through a couple of the questions. And the questions, let me tell you, are pretty funny. So
yeah,
we'll get into that.
We have a ton of board games, but I feel like this would be kind of cool for the podcast.
Yeah, we're big into games. And we have like a huge box of games. Well, they're Edward's.
Yeah,
but I use them.
And you just use them.
It's because he doesn't use them on all. She's right, like, I'll use them.
I got girls' night. And then I'm like, hey, where's my... this blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, we're using it right now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, literally he has a box full of games, a Costco huge black bin of games. Probably has used it once, not kidding you. The day I take one game, he wants to use that game, surprisingly.
Well, because like usually you'll take them, like if your family's doing something like Christmas morning, like you'll go have like the leftovers or something, you know. Then I'll go to mine and I'm like, I'm trying to take the same board game, and then you're like, oh, I already have it out here. I'm like, what?
We're actually playing it.
Yeah.
For the recalentado for Christmas morning, yeah.
So
that's the only time we probably play board games Christmas morning.
All my cousins love them, but I feel like we all just don't have time. Mm-hmm. But it would be kind of cool to do a board game night. We should probably do that one of these days. All
right, so I'm gonna pull the first card. All right, ready? Who is the nerdier one?
You.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That is definitely Edward. You are the nerdier one.
I don't think so, but that's
you're
fine.
Not nerdy, but
I'll take it.
You're like smart.
What makes somebody nerdy though?
They like video games. They like technology.
That's not nerdy.
They like Legos.
Wow.
Babe, the definition of nerdy. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way, babe.
Would you rather have me play video games or be out at the club?
I want to be at the club with you.
Wow.
No, obviously I'd rather have you play video games and be at the club. I mean, what girlfriend would want their man to be at the club instead of video games?
You.
No. But that definitely Edward is the most nerdier one, but not in a bad way. I think that you're just really smart.
Would there be an extreme like of nerdiness, like if I collected anime dolls and like?
Yeah, if you collected anime dolls, like the really sexy anime dolls, I think that would be so weird. I
think that would be kind of weird.
Yeah, but thankfully you don't.
Or like.
Thankfully you stick to Mr. Potato.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So your turn.
All right, let me see. What is the most boring thing we like to do together?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people would say that we work all the time. But probably the things that we do together would probably be like, I don't know, going to the movies.
That's boring?
It's not boring to me or you, but I feel like people would say that's boring. Like, people would rather be
I don't think that's boring.
out. I don't know. I don't think it's boring either, but people would probably think that's boring.
I mean, I guess it's boring in the sense that we're just relaxing, I guess, but...
Yeah. It's because, like, when we want to, like, do something, like, all we want to do is just lay down because we're always working. So...
Yeah.
But, I mean, other than that, like, maybe we like to go to Barnes and Nobles and, like, read books.
I don't think we've ever done that.
Oh, yeah? We've never done that?
I mean, we go look at them and then we walk away.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't sit down and read an entire book and then 5 hours later. No, we, like, go, like, look at...
We go read the title and bounce.
Yeah. We look at the front and the back and we're like, all right, that's enough reading for the year.
I think that... Oh, God. Like, when we go to Costco, like... That's so boring. Like, I feel like we kiss our social life goodbye every time we're in there. Like, the fact that we get excited that they have, like, a $30 pair of, like, Nike sweats and we celebrate. Like, oh, God. I think that's the most boring.
We have turned into boring people.
Like, how boring. Every year I renew it, I just kiss my social life goodbye. But it's probably that.
Costco is a fun date sometimes, okay? Don't judge us for that. Alrighty. You don't think Costco's fun?
I like that they have $1 pizza.
I mean,
$2 pizza.
Their pizza's good. So let's see what. Okay, this one is a good one. Which one of us would walk out of a movie?
You made me walk out of a movie when I fell asleep in Adeline. What?
Aladdin.
Adeline.
Who's Adeline? Who's Adeline? Imagine.
Who is that?
Who is Adeline?
Aladdin, but I think we told that story already. So
did we?
Yeah, when I fell asleep and you're like, all right, that's it, get up, let's go.
You're right. Literally, the one time you fall asleep, I was like, nope, let's go.
Yeah, but you would totally leave if, like, I don't know, you were so bored out of it. Yeah. Like, I feel like you just go to the concession stand and, like, get some.
Don't expose me like that.
Get some dibs and, like.
Don't expose me like that, honey.
Yeah, like.
That's so sad.
Like,
I don't know, I would just go wait outside maybe, but
no, like, you're the type to, like, yeah, I found some dibs, like,
you know? That's so,
not in a bad way, like,
so
I just feel like you would just take a walk.
Yeah, the other day I did that.
What would your celebrity couple nickname be? Haven't we talked about this already?
Probably.
Like, I feel like Fern and your brother Fern and like other people have, like, joked about this. Like, what would it be? Breadward?
That sounds like a bratwurst.
Breadward.
Why is there bread in there? The word bread.
Ediana?
Ediana's really pretty for a girl name.
No, it's not.
Ediana.
Maybe she wants to get bullied. Like,
oh, that's so
Ediana.
Mean. So, Breadward and Ediana. I think Ediana's a really cute name for a baby.
It's not.
Please.
No.
Okay.
Oh, God, no.
No, not down. Alrighty, ready for this one? What's a restaurant that we will never go to again? I think that's hard.
That is hard. Even though you're really picky with your food, I feel like we should have 1,000 of these.
Oh my God. Do you remember the time we went to Valentine's at that really fancy place in Scottsdale?
Fogo de Chao.
Yeah. So Edward was trying to fancy me up at this steakhouse in Scottsdale.
It was like the all-you-can-eat steak, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was literally probably the worst time to go because it was Valentine's Day. And all of the couples go to that place. And when I tell you, you are literally breathing next to another couple on both sides because they pack that place up. On purpose because they know that day. Yeah,
they for sure rented tables that day.
Yeah, they know that. Literally, the girl next to me was like right next to me. Yeah. And we were listening to their conversation the whole time.
Yeah, they were all mad at each other.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, this is really good cheese, man. But yeah, so that is an all-you-can-eat steakhouse, but they have a salad bar option.
Yeah, that day they only had... You can get the steak with the salad bar or just a salad bar.
And to be honest with you, their salad bar smacks. Like they got, it's not just salads. Like it's a bunch of other food. And I get full so fast. So I was like, Edward, like, I'm just gonna have the salad bar. Like, I'm really not craving any meat. I don't want to spend another $100 if I'm just gonna have the smallest piece of steak. Like, I'm good. I swear. I'm good with the salad bar. He's like, all right, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So literally more than halfway done through our dinner, Edward got this piece of chicken that looked so good. It was like marinated in like lemon. It just looked so good. So I probably had a penny-sized piece of chicken, and I forgot about it because he put it on my plate, and I completely forgot. And the lady comes back with the check, and she was like eyeing my plate. And I was like, why is she looking at my plate like that?
Yeah, well, you left it there because like,
I forgot about it. I don't know.
Because you were in no rush to eat it, even though we know we have to eat it quick. So she comes back and she's like, oh, you ended up getting meat. And you like try to explain to her and she's like, no, like we're pretty strict on the meat thing. Walks away, comes back, and instead of it being $30 for your plate, it's $120 because she thought you got the meat. So now I'm like, and I mean, we had only been dating like a year.
You didn't know my side. You didn't know my crazy side.
And you wanted to fight her, and I'm like,
I did not want to fight her.
You're like, I can go talk to her. I'm like, just stop. Like, you got caught. Like, it's our fault. Like, I should have never given you a piece of chicken. And then not only that, like, you should have hurried. Like, you know that the price difference was $90. So I was like, whatever. Like, you know what?
What made me so mad is that it was like a penny-sized piece of chicken. Like, this girl was crazy. And I wanted to be like, first of all, I wanted to just come up with a story and be like, it was like a nerve and he left it on my plate because he didn't want to eat it.
Okay, then we would have just looked like disgusting.
But literally, I was so mad, and I was like, we were so mad. Just like at the end of the night, I think that just killed the vibe of the night.
We weren't mad. We were just like, we were annoyed with her. Yeah,
I wasn't mad. I couldn't care less that you paid more, but
oh, awesome.
I was just like, this lady, like the
she was just like how quick and annoying she was about it. I think was just like over the top.
Yeah. So I think that is definitely a restaurant that we will never go to again because
I'll go alone. No, I won't go for you to spend $90 on a pebble-sized chicken and lettuce.
Yeah, and if we go again, like I would like not even.
I wouldn't sit by you just in case we get charged.
Oh, that piece of steak looks good. Let me have a bite.
Yeah.
And we were planning it too when like they weren't looking, so we were like, hurry.
And then you didn't hurry.
Yeah, and then I forgot about it. But. All right, I think it's your turn to pick a question.
We're going with this? Let's see. What's the best trip we've ever taken? It would probably be the cruise or when we went to Florida, and we did like all the parks. Which one do you think it was?
I think I liked the cruise was a different vibe because like we went with my family and it's obviously like a different family vibe and everything, but the Disney World trip that we went with our friends was super fun. Yeah,
that was pretty sick. We did all the Disney parks and we hung out there for a day. Like we hit the outlets. We got to go into the city a little bit. I think that was pretty cool. I feel like, especially like Disney or any theme park, you get two sides or ways to enjoy it. You go with family and then you enjoy it for its own ways because it's a family trip. You laugh at your parents because they're scared. You laugh at your siblings because they got wet. I don't know. But then when you go with friends, like it's a whole other story because like everybody's down. Everybody's looking for something fun to do.
Yeah.
And like you don't got to worry about like
if anybody's scared for this ride, it's like everybody, we're all going.
Yeah, and like we're all kind of the same age. We're all there for the same thing. We can all take photos of each other.
Yeah.
We all play like games in the line. And you do that with your family too. But I'm saying like it's another vibe of like jokes you drop, jokes you make. And like...
It's a whole different vibe for sure.
And not only that, when you go back to the hotel, mom and dad aren't like ready to crash and sleep. Like... We swam one of the nights.
Yeah, I think one of the nights we literally were hanging out.
Then we would wake up so early. We don't have to wait for siblings to be ready. We'd just run, go. We'd hit the Panera, Uber from there.
That was such a fun trip.
Super fun.
Like, now that we're talking about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go again. It was fun because, like, everybody wanted to do the same thing. Like, we all had, like... Well, the girls all wanted to do a photo shoot for, like, an hour.
Yeah.
And the girls did a whole photo shoot, and then the guys were doing their rides, and then it was just like such a fun trip. But I think that's definitely one of the best trips. And then the cruise is also fun with our family and everything, but it's a different vibe for sure.
Yeah.
But
no, that trip was sick.
Yeah.
And I think it was kind of cool to like
literally after we were like, oh my God, that was so fun. Like,
yeah, and I feel like everybody kind of like, you know, wants to always have people laughing.
Yeah.
So like we'll all be screaming, doing something stupid in the middle of a ride, or like we'll scream something dumb before the drive, like
yeah,
this has a drop, and then everybody starts laughing on the roller coaster.
I don't know how we didn't get kicked out because we were just like messing around. But...
Yeah, and not only that, but like I don't know, Florida's fun. I wish we would have been out there just to explore a couple more days. So
yeah, definitely good experience. So
yeah.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, which one of us could live longest without a phone?
Me, 100%.
Definitely Edward.
Yeah,
definitely
like you're glued to that thing.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with my phone.
I mean, I use mine for phone purposes, like texting and calling.
That's it.
I'll sometimes do internet, but like at the end of the day, like if you switch that into going like who can live without a smartphone, it could be me. Like I could totally just, when I need to use the internet, I'll use like my laptop. Whenever I need to like do phone calls and text, I'll just use the phone.
Yeah.
But you use the phone for more than like just what the phone is meant for, like
I
internet
use it for a lot.
Yeah,
entertainment, like
like
literally.
You're an iPad kid for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's so many people that go on like a week detox of like social media or not using their phone, and I'm like,
you need it.
I don't. What's the need of that? Like, truly, what's the need?
I'm gonna sedate you and like.
I don't need that, so I'm good.
Like even when you're like waking up, like you'll throw something on YouTube. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, when I'm getting ready, I don't know what it is. I just feel like I don't like listening to like silence, like quietness. I think that freaks me out.
And that's what I need, like, because I want to be the loudest person in the room when I wake up. Like I want to like drink my coffee, like feel my energy, like go let the dogs out, literally. Like go wake you up.
Yeah, you wake me up and it's just...
So I don't know, like I don't want to be watching YouTube when I wake up. I'm like with my cup of coffee. Like I would feel like a 90-year-old man looking at the news. Like, oh, the stock market is low today. Like, no,
I always need to have like YouTube playing in the background, a podcast.
All the time. I don't...
Even when I'm in the shower, like I don't like just being quiet in the shower. Like it just freaks
so
me
weird.
out. Well, the other day I was like quiet in the shower and like the dog started barking and I was like... I wish I wasn't quiet in the shower because then I wouldn't hear it. So if somebody was coming in, I'd be...
That's even worse.
I'd be like, what's going to happen?
You're like, hi, you're already in here. Come on in.
I'm all welcome. That's so scary. Do not say that. Now I'm going to think about that when I'm showering. But yeah, always got to have something on. I think that drives you nuts, probably. I'm always listening to something.
I mean, I just like silence.
Yeah.
Just how I like dark. Like, your curtains open all the time person.
Yeah.
And then, like, I mean, your parents live in a pretty nice neighborhood. Like, your neighbors aren't close to each other at all or anything. And when we first moved out, like, our neighbors are, like, in our nose. Like, they're so close.
I was not used to that.
So you're propping all the windows open. I walk downstairs without a shirt on. I'm like, why is the next door neighbor, like, staring right into us? Yeah.
I learned that really quick, that in our neighborhood, we could not have the windows open.
No, yeah. So I'm like, dude, like...
Yeah.
I don't know. And I hate light. Like, there's nothing that I hate more than looking at my screen and there's a glare of light. Like, I need full dark.
No, I need to have on, like, all the lights at the house. Like, RIP to our electricity bill, our light bill.
Yeah.
I need to have all the windows open because to me, it's like the light gives such good energy. Like,
to who?
Good vibe to me. To the dogs. Like, just wake up in the morning.
You were just meant to be a dog and, like, sunbathe.
What?
Isn't that what they do? They sunbathe?
Oh, yeah. Rosie sunbathes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we're complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think that was it for episode 6. This was a fun game.
I know.
I think we might have
need to do a little segment.
Yeah, we need to have to do a part 2.
We're gonna have to find some more because there was a couple that we saw, like the hot seat one or let's get deep.
There was some deep ones. I don't know if we could do. There's some crazy questions there, but maybe we'll have to do a part 2 of the couples game. But Thank you guys so much for watching our 6th episode already. I cannot believe it's already 6 episodes.
I mean, 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's gone by
Crazy.
fast. But catch us on YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing week.